A very warm welcome, everybody, to the LMS match day 2. It is, and the first match here, live from Boshundhara Sports Complex between the stadium and the styleUp.com. Action packed first over gone. It's 7 without loss by the stadium. Asif Hassan and Mohammad Alabin Shikdar, the two opening batter for the stadium. And the new man in with the ball, Khan Raihan. I'm Prantor, welcoming you all to the live coverage of this match. Straight from the Boshundhara Sports Complex, as I mentioned. We have only 2 matches today. First one live from this beautiful ground here in Boshundhara residential area. The stadium and the styleUp.com. 2 teams. Second over. First ball. Down the leg. Way outside. Wide been called by the umpire. So an extra been added to the tally. 8 without loss at this moment. First power play going on. styleUp needs to be very economical with the ball. Very good ball. Just outside of teasing one to be cut, but for the speed of the ball and a late reaction from the batter Asif Hassan, it could have been dispatched. Down the track, brilliantly bowled. Back of a delivery, a bit pacey one. And just couldn't middle properly for that pull or that for the flick. So a defensive one to the leg side. Single been taken though. It's 9 without loss. Next ball, pulled it away. Down towards that backward square leg region. It's going to the fence, but at the very last moment, it's been cut off nicely. Doubles on the card. And that single's been taken though. Singles and doubles all over. Another defensive push towards that leg side and another single been taken. So they are basically hovering around for runs. Whether it comes from heading away attackingly or sometimes few defensive push and flick towards all the parts of the ground. It's been a very interesting one from the stadium batters. Last ball, a bit uppish flick towards that fine leg region. The fielder is in a bit squarish position. So a vacancy was created at that part for taking another double in this over. So 14 without loss after 2. Exactly 7 runs came in that over, like the first one. A very nice start. Not a flying one, but definitely tend to fly from here. Slower delivery from Mustafizur Rahman. OP. Pushed it nicely towards point region for a single. As I was saying, a nice and decent start. Not that much flying, but it's definitely there to get the wings wider and wider for some big score. Having said that, fielding positions have been checking. That's a way good shot down the track. It's flying and flying higher out of the park. What a shot it was from Asif Hassan. It's a maximum down towards. What a shot it was. There to be hit. A bit slower, a juicier one and a straighter one. Down the track and just lofted away. Again down the track it is. But this time the slower ball couldn't been picked. Just outside off this time. The previous one was in the slot into the middle part of the stumps and just dispatched it nicely, but this time a bit of wider of that off stump line. So missed that slower and lower delivery again. The same corridor just inside that wide line. Bent his knees but couldn't just cut nicely towards that point region. Another single. So good comeback after that mammoth 6. 2 back-to-back dot balls. Again slower, straight but just outside off. No room to hit. Because of that, another single been taken towards that point and backward point region. 22 without loss after 3. Third over starting on, and Khan Raihan with the first over 7 runs, and the same thing is going on. Again outside leg, wide been signaled, he's been followed. Good thinking by the bowler, just the direction got wrong over there. Let's see how he recovers this time. Yes, definitely a good recovery from Khan Raihan. Just outside off. A bit upper. The pitch has been a bit low and slow from the beginning, but coming on to the bat at the same time. So definitely it could have been a good use of the feet, and the batters have been doing that nicely, especially Asif. Oh, edge, a definite one. Just got past the keeper towards the third man region for a boundary. Very, very lucky one. Really a good ball from the bowler, Khan Raihan. Just a hint of swing, and the batter just followed him, but missed at the very last moment to place that ball towards that vacant cover point region. Had an edge, very lucky that it got past from the keeper's gloves at the very last. This time, a definite boundary. Yes, it is. This time he placed it nicely. Tried that same shot in the previous ball, but this time a much better looking one from the batter. Just a forward step and cut it nicely. Kind of half volley type ball from the bowler Khan Raihan, and it just cut away nicely towards that cover point region for a boundary. Good effort from the fielder though. Again, a bit of forward step tend to cut but missed it. Went on to the keeper for a dot. Down the track, very good bowling. Saw the batter coming upward and just squeezes the line and length by the batter's move. Tried to just accelerate that ball towards leg side, but brilliant back of a line delivery just got past the gap of the batter's pad, bat and gloves. So a dot to finish. 4 overs gone, 31 without loss. Fifth over starting on, 31 without loss the stadium. 22 of 16 by Asif. So at the other end, Mohammad Alamin Shikdar just been struggling a bit. Outside off, spinner's been introduced. Runs well leaking, and for that, the off spinner short of the lane delivery, driven nicely towards that cover an extra cover region. Single been taken. Very good fielding in terms of that shot being placed in the vacant area through that cover, sweeper cover and deep extra cover. Checked with the fielding setup. Very brilliant delivery, a length one, a bit straightener from the bowler. And whenever you are thinking of to just hit that ball right in front of the batter, you have to thinking and taking the risk very highly. Brilliantly bowled again. Fumble from the keeper. Another single. So as I was telling you about that length, you are bowling at length, just did not accept that the batter will just squeeze away again, but tend to hit and try to hit that ball, but at the very last moment it was negotiated nicely. Another single. 5 overs gone, 34 without loss. What a shot this was. Just slashed hard towards that extra cover region. Cover drive to be seen. Again, a short delivery. Back foot cut. Oh my God, very sloppy in the field. Slipped away and just let the ball past him for another boundary. Back-to-back one from Mohammad Alamin Shikdar. He has struggles standing to come to an end. This time, lot easier one. Just cut the ball towards that point region, but this time the fielder didn't make any mistake to have that ball. Flighted one, lofted higher up in the air, but definitely just past that fielder towards that long off region for a huge six. Out of the park. Stood up onto his position, let the ball come in, flighted high up in the air and lofted it nicely. Again a short ball, but this time a bit slower. Couldn't just negotiate for the speed of the ball, so had to negotiate it defensively. 6 overs gone, a huge score on the boards, 49 without loss. Sixes and sixes all over the ground now for the stadium. They are making the stadium feels like a ground of sixers. Cover drive higher, lofted in the air and just dispatched through that cover point region for a six. What a shot. Change of angle now, round the wicket for the bowler. Just outside off, late cut towards that third man region for a single. Sensible batting from Mohammad Alamin Shikdar. Wow, just got into the position for the hook and it's hooked away nicely towards that backward square leg region. One bounce of 4 for Asif Hassan. He is now flying high and high up in the air. Score moves on to 60 now. A bit of chit chat between the keeper and the bowler. A bit quicker. What a shot it is. Down on his knees. Swept away nicely, but what a catch. A running catch through that cow corner to mid-wicket region. A running beauty from the fielder. Just forced the batter to get onto the pavilion back. High up in the air. Round the wicket bowling from Mahir Zawad Shishir. And got the ball a bit slower onto the pads to that middle and leg stump corridor, and it was high up in the air with the sweep shot. First wicket down, 60 for 1. Newman comes in. Fazlur Rahman. Same kind of delivery. Onto his knees. Fuller one. And flicked away nicely towards that square leg region for a single. So single to finish. 61 for 1 after 7. Niveau was starting on. Kind of tuning with the field setup. Another off spin been introduced with Raihan Shaji. Turning into the batter. A defensive push towards offside for the bowler to field that one. Started with the dot. Again, down the track. A bit flighted one. Made the flighted one a bit low, full toss, and guided it towards cover point for a single. What a shot, high up in the air. Again, targeted that cover point region, a bit lofted one, and just got 1 or 2 bounces before the fielder towards that cover point. Fielding is getting better for StyleUp.com. Very short delivery. What a shot it was. Driven nicely with a cover drive towards that deep extra cover. But the fielding was very top notch. Restricted the batter for only a single. Last ball coming in of 8th over. Again, quicker one. Cross-footed shot attempted, but it brushed to the pads to the keeper for a dot. 8 overs gone, 64 for 1, the stadium. Back to the pace. New pacer, Tausif Akash, greeted him with a boundary. Hooked that shot. Back of a line delivery, first one, and guided it nicely towards that fine leg region for a boundary to start on the proceeding of the 8th, the 9th. Straight pull. Just dispatched the ball in a straight position. 1 bounce for 4. What a good shot it was. It was a short delivery. He was standing there to pull that one, and for the squeezes of the length, he just middled it nicely with that beautiful looking straight pull for a boundary. And now again, sensible batting, just a single been taken. Fuller length one and guided towards that cover point for a single. Slower one, wide outside the off stump. and as well the wide line. Wide signal by the umpire. Back of a length, the rising one, lead cut towards that backward point region for another single. Last ball of the over, pulled it straight, tended to, but misguided one, uppish one, and a bounce before the fielder. Very lucky. 9 overs gone, 75 for 1, the stadium. One run from the first ball of the 10th. Now dot to the second. What a shot. Straight drive. High up in the air. It's eyeing. And a catch been taken nicely towards that long off region. And a second one down for the stadium. $77 for 2 at this moment now. And a good breakthrough for the stylup.com. Newman in. Rihan Rahman. Very first ball. Tried that big shot. But couldn't just get away. Inward movement from the bowler. Raihan Shajib. Back again and just backed again with a wicket. Single's been taken to that square leg region. So now a bit of setback for the stadium. Two batters gone. One opener gone who just got that start brilliantly. And after that, new man came in but couldn't just utilize the platform. Again, cross-footed flick towards that mid-wicket part for a single. A bit of acrobat from the fielder down there. 10 overs gone, 79 for 2. Pulled it nicely towards that square leg region for a single to start on the 11th overs proceedings. $80 for 2. They've got to start definitely with the runs on board. Just lost 2 wickets. So as you know, this is an 8-man side. Kept a bit lower. And the batter just able to push the ball towards that cover point region for a single. The bowler went to grab that ball. A bit juicy one outside off. Tried to hit that ball towards that deep extra cover region for a single, for a huge shot even, but couldn't complete it. Cut away nicely. Fielder is there towards the backward point. Yes, definitely stopped the ball. Last ball of the 11th. What a delivery. Missed the stump, missed the bat. Went on to the keeper for a dot. Brilliant delivery, a fuller length, a bit of swing. And the batter just missed it completely. 11 gone, 82 for 2. High up in the 8 was. Flying high in the straight position. What a shot it was. Out of the park with a 6 to start on the 12th one. Brilliantly played. Again, a bit frustration showed up there. Just a quicker one, and tried to hit that ball but ended up with no run. Outside off a bit and late cut towards that backward point region for a single. Fourth ball coming on your way. A good over indeed so far, except that six again missed that ball. A bit quicker one and just turned away from the batter for a dot again. So 6 dot, 1 dot. This over just produced 7 runs. Again a bit flighted. Inward movement, low full toss, and guided towards that mid-wicket region. They're coming back for the second one, but the throw was not that much good. So doubles been taken, 12 gone, 91 for 2 the stadium. First one, the 13th, just outside off. Tried to cut that ball but missed it completely. A fumble from the keeper. Again a pacey one. Cut it nicely towards that cover point for a single. Single's been taken, 92. Again a bit lower one. A defensive push towards that cover point. A short cover point in fact for a single. (93 for 2 at this point. Again a pacey one, back of a line delivery. Just late cut again towards that backward point region for a single. Last ball, a juicy one. Very slower, outside off. Tried to hit it big but missed it with a dot. 13 gone, 94 for 2 the stadium. Third wicket down, 95 for 3 after 13.1 the stadium. "95 for 3. The stadium just losing their way towards that. Again, it's cross-footed. Tried to just guide that ball towards that backward square leg region. Cross-footed one, but missed it. Brushed onto the pads. A dot. Down the track, inside out. Played through that vacant area, but good fielding. Very good one, in fact. Uppish a bit with that cover drive towards that deep extra cover region, and their fielding exactly top notch. So 2 runs been taken. Flighted one, Fuller, and just guided it with that off drive towards that long off region for another single. So they're playing smart and nice, a bit of sensible cricket all around. Attempting those big shots, but ensuring that those all are in the no man's land on the vacant positions all over. Again, cross-footed flick towards that square leg region. So they are coming back for the second. No, eventually just being stopped by the striking end. So a single only in this last ball of the over. The 14-1, 99 for 3 after 4 in the stadium. Brilliantly played. A pull, just a bounce before the fielder rushed back from that mid-wicket region towards that forward position. Back of a delivery, pacer been introduced. Tausif Akash. So with that single, the stadium reached to the 100 marks land. What a delivery, beautifully bowled. A bit flighted one, slower, just outside of the marginal space towards the keeper for a dot. Brilliantly played. Made room for himself with the back foot. The stump squeezing delivery from the bowler. Good one, just followed the batter, and the batter just pushed it towards that cover point for a single again. Just outside off, he was eyeing that non-movement from the batter. Just a single been taken. Last ball, again a slower one, straight towards that off-stump line. Again made some room for that single to finish things off. 15 gone, 103 for 3, the stadium. Spinner been introduced. Again, Shishir came back with the off spin option. Round the wicket. Just cut it late towards that backward point region for a single. So by forced retirement for Mohammad Alamin Shikdar, nice 50 being made, 50 of 37, and he's just signing off to the ground, to the pavilion. So a chance for the fielding side due to the rules of LMS. Batter scores 50 and 50 plus. Just has to get the retirement straight back to the pavilion. New man in. Tried that wild swing of the bat, but it was nowhere, in no direction for a dot. Just shuffling across to that off stump line. Tried to hit that ball, but the bowler did not get misdirected. A bit pacier delivery, fuller length. Couldn't just guide it. Only took a single. Again, a pacey one. Suddenly came towards the batter. A half-hearted pull. Only for a single. This time he hit the ball beautifully out of the park through that cow corner region for a 6. What a shot. Cross-footed one and lofted it high and higher for a 6 to finish the 16th. 1-1-2 for 3. The stadium. Seventeenth over starting on. Brilliantly mixed up his pace over there. A slower one. A bit rising from the good length. Missed by the batter. Good start of the 17th by Mustafizur Rahman OP. Just 8 runs given away in his first over. Again, a beautifully disguised ball over there. Onto the knees again. Only a single. Not a good ball over there. It's high up in the air, just outside the fence for a 6er. Good attempt, definitely, from the fielder down there to that cow corner region, but couldn't just hold that ball away from the fence. Outside off a bit from the batter. A dot after the 6. So nice comeback. Last ball. Oh, slotted one, but the batter missed that ball for a huge one. 17th gone, 119 for 3. A bit of calculation going on with the last ball. I think the over's been done. A bit of uppish down towards that extra cover. A bit of fielding from the fielder to restrict the batters for only a single. 18th over started on and tried that reverse sweep, but the bowler just stopped after seeing the batter with that unconventional reverse sweep. Wild swing of the bat a bit low from the bowler. Shishir. A dot. Beautifully played. Just cut away towards that cover point. Very sloppy. Tried to utilize his footballing skill, but at the very last moment he missed that. It's a boundary resulted with that misfielding. 1, 2, 4 for 3 at this moment. What a cut shot over there. And now the reverse sweep. Yes, this time he just connected it beautifully towards the third man region for a boundary. Trumped the bowler, trumped the keeper for a beautiful looking reverse sweep for a boundary. It was there, Fuller outside off, and he just read the ball at the very beginning to play the shot. Back-to-back boundaries after a dot. Very well played. Made some room, a bit slower delivery. Tended to think late, to act for a single to finish things off. 1-9 for 3. Khan Raihan, a bit of costly in his first spell. So he has been brought back into the action. Slower delivery, high up in the air, lofted off drive, fielder there, and it's been taken. Long off fielder just stepped forward a bit and took a nice catch. Nice low catch. Mukbul Hassan went after the pavilion after scoring 24 of 14. Brilliantly bowled. Outside off. A bit low to cut. There was no foot movement by the batter. Must have been asking for same one. Off drive again. Brilliant fielding. Again running off to that for position of that mid-off position for restricting the batter. Next ball in again. Outside off. Fumble by the keeper. Pushed them for taking a single. Good bowling so far from the bowler. A wicket and just 2 runs given away. Outside off again. This time just dispatched the ball up and above, and it just dispatched through that long off region for a 6. So a good over just finished off with a bad delivery from the bowler. Short of a length, slower, and the batter just placed it nicely for a 6. 137 for 4 after 19. Last over coming up. Short line delivery. Tried to pull that ball. Missed it, mistimed, a bit uppish, but the bowler ran away for the ball and the batters were trying to take a double. But a run out in the non-striking from the striking end this time, and they lost another one. It's the last over and you have to score big, you have to score a lot. So the intention was clear from the batters for a single and transforming those singles to a double, and eventually just lost his wicket. Khandakar Sadman, the new batter. Brilliantly bowled. Brilliantly bowled. Missed the ball. Down to the keeper, and the keeper did a smart job there. Carried the ball, ran for the stump at the striking end, and just hit the stump with his hand. Did not throw the ball and did the right thing to hit back. 6 down now. Back-to-back wicket, back-to-back run-outs even. They have the opportunity to have the team hat-trick now. 2 run-outs in 2 balls. Let's see. Another one. Can happen or not this time. Inside out. Lofted cover drive. Cover point fielder is very much aware at this time. Though the ball went off straightly towards him. So a single was there to take. Slower delivery. Wild swing of the bat. The ball is going on to the third man region. They are asking for the third one. And they completed it. So 2 run outs, a single and a double now has made this thing very much interesting. Long off is there, cover point is there. The sweeper position, backward point, square leg mid wicket and a wide long on for the very last ball in this stadium innings. Last ball from Mustafizur Rahman OP. A back of and delivery. Cut it nicely. Took the ball. And they are asking for the second run. Definitely a run out is there. And yes, it is. Only a single will be counted on. And they have finished the proceeding on 140 for 6 after the 20th over. So the target will be for the styleup.com 141 within those 100 deliveries. We'll be coming back shortly with the run chase. Welcome to the run chase. 141. The target for the stylup.com. Play. The sound from the umpire. First ball inside out, lofted cover drive, high up in the air and just get past the field for a mammoth huge six to start on. What a way. Start with a style by stylup.com. What a shot it was. Just stepped forward and hit it nicely through that deep extra cover boundary. Six to start. The bowler must be feeling the hit again. Inside out this time. Yes, it's a flat one. Back to back over boundaries for the stylup.com batter Mahir Zawad Shishir. Same kind of delivery on the slot and dispatched it. Fazlur Rahman the bowler. Fine tuning in the field after those sixers. And it's a pull. What a shot it was. And it's a couple of bounces for a boundary. Not that ideal start any team would have thinking. Six and a boundary. They wouldn't have thought that. 16 on board with the first 3 deliveries. That's insane from the batter. Good bowling at last. Fuller outside off, a bit slower. But look at the batter, Mahir Zawad Shishir just guided it with a gentle push towards that point region. He knows that after so many runs been scored in the first 3, he just had to rotate the strike and try to get back his partner with some scoring shots to get those runs been scored very shortly. 141 on the board to chase down, and I think with those first few boundaries and over boundaries, the message is very much clear. They will go for the big hits. They'll score runs from every part of the ground. Last ball outside of Fuller and driven nicely towards that point region for a single to finish things off. 18 without loss after the first. Second over starting in. What a late card. Went onto the boundary like a bullet towards the third man region. It's a second boundary. So 2 boundaries from 2 batters and 2 over boundaries from Mahir Zawad Shishir. Just getting their bowling attack. A bit bizarre one. Scattered one. Next ball round the wicket. The left-hander, this time a good one. Onto that off-stump line. And the batter needed to just guide that ball with a gentle late cut again towards that third man region. This time the fielder was there. And now here's the biggest challenge to face. Mahirzad Shishir is in tremendous hit. 17 of just 4. First ball high up in the air. It's been flying and flying. The cat's been taken. What a delivery. Slower one. A bit short of length. And the batter couldn't just hold that ball towards boundary line. And the cat's been taken very smartly. Very cool and calm hands of the fielder. And Shishir is just going to the pavilion after scoring a blistering 17 of just 5. He gave the start, in fact. Now is the responsibility of the other batters to just carry just momentum throughout the innings to chase 141 down. New batter in, Mohammad Moinuddin Hassan. Stump to stump line bowling, brilliant ball. Just a push towards that third man region for a single. Intentional, definitely. Round the wicket now. Again a bit slower. Beautifully driven towards that extra cover region for a single. Sensible batting. Just lost a wicket, so they need to rebuild. 25 for 1 after 2. Style up. Nice bowling. Tended to pull, but this time missed the ball. So back-to-back dots. Brilliantly bowled again after the first over. He's coming back nicely. Stump to stump line bowling, tight line and length, and did not allow the batter in the previous one with no shots off or round the track. Pulled it again, the back of a delivery. Nice fielding now from the square leg region for only a single. Third over gone, 28 for 1. Fourth over starting on. Down the track, lofted high up in the air. What a pull it was. Out of the park for a 6. Mohammad Yusuf Ali with the ball. And what a shot it was. Just stepped forward and pulled that ball beautifully. The length one, in fact. Way outside off. What a good timing and placement there. The ball is running on and on. Yes. Went on the boundary this time. 6 and 4s are raining on and on. Again down the track, cut it nicely, but this time the backward point is there for only a single. They are coming back from the second one, and yes, that's been taken. What a good running between the wicket. They are playing shots all around, and they are taking runs. Brilliantly played, a reverse sweep this time. And again, doubles been taken. What a classic cricket shot all around. Bowler just trying to find his rhythm back. Bowling from around the wicket for the left-hand batter. What a beautiful shot this time. Cover drive again. This time the sweeper cover is in there, and what a good running between the wicket. Another double been taken. They are just transforming those singles into doubles. Moves on to 44 for 1 after 4. StyleUp.com in style. 97 requests now of last 80 deliveries. Fifth over starting on. 44 for 1. Down the track, brilliantly played. Late cut. Arbitraging one, shortland delivery and guided nicely towards their third man region for a boundary. They are not just stopping and stopping their cause, in fact. What a shot it is. Nicely guided towards that cover point region for another single. What a shot again. It's a scoop and scooped it nicely towards the boundary of that fine leg region. What a shot. 50 brings up this stylish looking boundary for stylip.com. 53 on board now. They are cruising on and on. 88 requires now of 77 deliveries. They are just going through the bowling attack of the stadium. Brilliantly bowled. Back of full length delivery. It's jammer one. Pacey. And right hit onto the thigh pads of the batter. Quicker one. Very quicker one. Slower delivery attempted. And a very disguised delivery to finish things off. 5 overs gone, 53 for 1 the style off. Slower delivery, just pulled it down nicely towards that mid-wicket region. 6th over starting on. Brilliant throw. They have been carrying the momentum they got with the bat of Shishir. Brilliantly bowled. What a delivery. Very slower. The ball just turning in and in from that angle of the left-handed batter. And just dragged onto that stump for the second one. Clean bowled. And the very timely wicket goes for the style up. Second one down, 54 for 2. Second ball. And again a bit slower one. Kind of flighted, and he tried to pull that shot down towards that long leg now. A wide been signaled. So a genuine wide with those 2 runs. Counted on 3 important runs now. .57 for 2 at this stage. Brilliantly bowled. Again a way slower one, flighted, and he cut that ball very late to that gully region fielder now. Been kept short. Again a slow. Yes, usually. Nicely driven towards that extra cover for a single more. Last ball of the successful over. This is walking across to the park of a beautiful garden for taking only the singles and singles more to keep marching on. 60 for 2 after 6. Next over starting on, so spinners in both way. From both way, and they are trying to just slow the pace of the match, of the run chase, of the mammoth batting. Another single been taken. Next delivery again, turning away nicely. Good turn, he is getting on. Cut it nicely towards that point region for another single. This time a googly from the bowler for another single. A bit clumsy one from the batters because they are just taking this run chase as an easy one, as an easy task so far, because they have got the start. This time a quicker googly, missed it, had an edge. No, it's a bye. Yes, just a fumble from the keeper towards short fine leg for another single. So I think they are just getting on time for those singles because they have got a brilliant starter. So they are trying to just build that innings. Again, a bit lofted, guided nicely. Oh my God, a very, very misjudgment from those 2 fielders for a welcome boundary after a while. So last 10 balls, this was the only boundary being hit. So a good finish of the 7th, 68 for 2, stylup.com. The slow one again starting on. Yes, guided nicely towards that widest long on region for a single more. What a shot! A back foot pull. But still, they just only took a single. Whether the shot was there like a tracer bullet, and then went on to that square leg region. Diving effort from the fielder, definitely I think would have that space of taking another run, another single. So they are just dealing with those singles and doubles only. Singles more preferably. Again a flick towards that backward square leg region for a single. So they are dealing with singles, as I was asking. Very slow, waited and waited for the last moment cut, but missed it. Slight appeal from the bowler, but turned down. So a single to finish 72 for 2 after 8. Ninth over starting on. Driven nicely, very gently towards that long off region for another single. A walking single and walking approach. So far from StyleUp.com, they're taking their times after that flying start. Low full toss. Again, driven nicely towards that point region. So Mohammad Moinuddin Hassan and Raihan Shajib is playing the part away. A very walking and getting approach from these two. Moinuddin's 12 of 11 and Raihan 14 of 9. Thanks to that boundary, he scored under the very last ball of the 8th over, of the 7th over, I guess, yes. So back to back 2 dot balls. The same area is trying to cut that ball very late, very down. But again, missing and missing. 5th ball in. Coming straight back to the batter. A flick towards that square leg, backward square leg in fact, for a single to finish things off. 9 overs gone, 75 for 2. It's tied up. 66 needed of 55 balls. Again cut away, a late one, down towards that backward point region for a single to start on the proceedings. It's been going along this way, slow and steady, just walking across, taking once only. Medium fast bowling, guided nicely towards the deep extra cover region for a single. Outside leg, wide been signaled, yes, of course. Wide. They're very playing slowly. Another single been taken. Nicely played the full length delivery towards that deep extra cover for another single. So as I was saying that they might be lagged behind if they will be going on at this pace, because they're only concentrating on towards that single high up in the air. It's a sweep one. Good fielding, but it's awful running now from the batters. Only a single rather than trying to take a double. So single to finish things off for the 10th. It's 81 for 2. TheStyleUp.com. What a Yorker delivery outside off. Very, very slow and low. Couldn't just get away with that ball. Another late cut down towards that backward point region for a single. Doing the right thing, though. Again a googly, low full toss. Guided nicely towards that deep extra cover region for a single more. And this sort of singles and doubles, not doubles eventually, only the singles, won't be helping the cause. Again a fuller one. The low full toss, guided only gently towards that long on region, and they're still walking and walking. So this is an awful batting from these two batters. Your openers had a brilliant start in spite of just accelerating those. You're just taking only doubles and singles. So while I was talking like this, they took on the charge and guided the ball, cut the ball nicely towards that backward point region for a boundary. So a boundary after so long. I think the last boundary before this was being scored 15 balls earlier, and now for so long it's been hit away. 11 gone, 88 for 2, exactly 8 runs per overs coming on. Starting on for the next half. I went to the long on for a single only. Brilliantly guided. A cover drive towards that deep extra cover region for another single. Nothing much to talk about. They're just completing those singles and doubles. Again, pull that ball nicely towards that square leg region for a single. As I was saying, only singles and doubles been taking away and away without any sort of risk. Again a bit lower. Straightener it was. Tried to cut that ball. Huge appeal, loud one from the keeper, especially where the umpire just did not move. "50 runs needed of 41 deliveries." Again, straight bat. Cover drive towards the deep extra cover for a single though. 12 gone now. It's 92 for 2. Way outside of that wide line for a wide been signaled by the umpire. So they need to accelerate, I think, from here on. Oh, had a definite edge. The edge is going on and on, yes, towards the third man region for a boundary. Timely one. After a while, it's a boundary. So 44 now from 39 deliveries. Rather than going very fast, they are going very slow and slow every time. Again, driven nicely towards that whitish long off. Again a bit low. A late cut again towards that backward point region. They could have easily taken another run. Down to leg. A quicker one. A quicker googly from the bowler. A huge appeal, but turned down initially. And a leg bye been signaled. They went on for a single. So they are not stopping their singles. So there are good signal from the batters to the dressing room that nothing to worry about. What a sweep shot. And yes, the square leg will be just open up, and it's being opened up nicely for a boundary. Couple of bounces. So boundary to finish things off. 13 gone, 104 for 2. StyleUp.com. 37 requires now 35. One oh four for 2. Now the next over starting on. It's high up in the air. Just a bounce before the fielder at backward point region. A wild swing of the bat. Not a well directed shot from the batter. Swing between a single been taken. So this match will definitely be moving on to the last wear of the excitement. Guided nicely with a gentle push towards that cover point for a single. So they are definitely be merging on and on to the victory by keeping wickets in hands, but they won't forget that they will have to score at a very teasing rate as early as possible. Another single been taken. So that boundary with an edge in the very last ball of the previous over helped the cause a bit, helped the batters to think a bit. Again, missed that stump, very lucky. And why they are not going for the second run? This has been so much pushy for the batters. They are only just getting on to those singles, not pushing themselves for the second one. Driven nicely towards that deep extra cover region for a single. So the balls have been so much easy for the batters to guide on and on. 14 gone, 109 for 2. Style up. So the 15th over starting on with another singles. So singles and singles only everywhere at this moment. Cut away nicely towards that cover point now for another single. So they are dealing with those singles, and that's been so much eye soothing if you are a fan of Test cricket, because they are taking those singles in the very soft hands. And now it's been high and handsome. Yes, it is. The fielder was there, pulled away nicely. The back of a line delivery, not that much heighted, and it's hammered on through that mid-wicket region for a 6. A flat one indeed. So after so long, an over boundary being hit. What a shot it was. Very slow delivery, outside off, and just guided through that point region for a single. It's been a walking one. You have to admire the batters. Again, a very low, cut away nicely towards that backward point region for another single. Fifteen overs gone, 119 for 2. StyleUp.com. Just 22 needed now of 25 deliveries. Sixteenth over starting on. It's a good shot, a bit uppish on drive to that cow corner region for a single more. I think they're targeting to play a full of 20 overs, or just before that, of this 2 to 3 balls in hand. Again, cut away nicely, a low delivery towards that point region for a single. A bit funny one. They were tending to take the advantage of the slow running of Moinuddin. A sudden throw, but at last it's being made. What a shot it was! Lofted and higher, down towards that cow corner region for a 6. What a shot! Just stormed into those stands, those under construction stands for a 6. What a shot it was. $127 now on board. They are just inching away from victory. What a shot it was from Raihan Shajib, 38 of 29. Building the innings and just capitalizing it. Sensible one again. Lower one, cut along towards that point region for a single. Matter of time now. 13 needed of 21. Come on. Have those big shots. The biggie one. That's nicely played. Onto that leg stump line and glanced it beautifully towards that fine leg region. What a shot. Not that biggie, but the cheeky one, in fact. 9 runs away from victory. StyleUp.com. 16 gone, 132 for 2. It's been wide, yes. Wide been signal to start on the proceedings for 17th over, 133 for 2 now. StyleUp.com. Again, lofted on drive, high in the air. The catch being taken. Just got missed. But still, they are not wasting their energy of converting those singles into doubles. There was ample time. Fielder had an effort to take the catch, but eventually just missed it. 7 runs away from victory. Way outside off, definite wide from the umpire. Signaled it's a wide one, so 6 needed now. A shot away. In fact, 4 needed now. 3 runs being added as it's the second wide. What a straight drive, high in the air, and just got past that boundary line for a 6 and ends the proceedings with a shot. 50 for Mohammad Moinuddin Hassan of just 32, 143 for 2. StyleUp.com won this match by 6 wickets. A huge win with lots of balls in hand and definitely a thumping victory over the stadium. We're just finishing the proceedings of this first match. We'll be joining you shortly for the second and last match of the day. Stay tuned to Last Man Stands Bangladesh.